Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate you being here. If you're new to the channel, if you're finding us that very first time, hey, welcome to you. Please subscribe, please hit that like button, and then to learn more about me and learn more about my company and how we can help take your business that next level, please check out those links below. And in addition, please, sign up for our email newsletter. It's absolutely free, for you to receive additional information on how to grow and develop your business. So with that said, let's get into our topic today, and it's 5 things to consider before starting a new gym business. 5 things to consider before starting a new gym business. And this could even be if you're acquiring a gym, you could look at these same things and say, hey, how do I stack up on this? Or if you're operating a gym right now, you might look at this and say, well, hey, how do I do on these things? Are there things here that I can use to take my club, my business, to that next level? So let's get into it here on our 5 things to consider. Number 1 is research your business idea. Research your business idea. And here's what I mean. What makes your idea so special? What makes your idea so unique? What makes your idea so different? So what's your differentiation? How are you going to be different than everybody else? What are you going to do that's better than everybody else? What are you going to do that's so unique from everybody else? Do some research on this, make sure you're clear on it. I mean, if we're going to say things like, well, we're going to be the friendliest and we're going to be the cleanest, whether it's true or not, I think most people probably say that. Okay, so really research your business idea. What is your differentiation? What is your unique selling proposition? What are you going to do that's better than everybody else? Really research it, really understand it. Okay, you do that right, you essentially eliminate all competition. As long as we let the customer know, right? If they don't know, it still doesn't help. Number 2, understand the basics of finance and funding. Understand the basics of finance and funding. And so if you've not done it, you want to prepare a budget, okay? And we want to understand, within that budget, our key performance indicators and what those should look like. But understand that budget, okay? And one of the things, too, when entrepreneurs, do a budget, we have a tendency, not careful, putting on like rose-colored glasses on this. When you're doing these budgets, in a manner of speaking, doing it from a banker's point of view. Because you may have to sell the idea to a banker, to get funding on this. Be a little more conservative. Doesn't mean you can't put your foot on the accelerator once you're doing it, but as you're putting this thing together, it can be good a lot of times to kind of think, like that banker would think. But understand the basics of finance and funding. And, with the idea of funding, one of the things I would tell any business owner, always be looking for funding. Always be looking. You never know when there might be a hiccup, when you might need it. You never know when there might be an opportunity that presents itself. Always be looking. With that said, I would suggest there's a couple links below on funding. Check those out. You can get up to $300,000 in funding with a credit score of 680 or better and income of $50,000. Okay, you can check those links and you can apply online and know within a day or two where you're at on that. But always be looking for funding. Get your budgets together. Know exactly where you're at. I'd rather see you go more conservative than more aggressive. You can get aggressive later. Okay. Number 3, consider the best business structure and selling platform, for your business. What's the best business structure? Is it a sole proprietorship? Is it a corporation? Is it a partnership? Is it an LLC? Get with your accountant, get with your attorney, determine what's the best structure here for this. What's the best structure when it comes time to sell? Okay, on how this is going to look. And you might have, in some cases, we have a lot of folks that have companies within companies. I mean, their whole online portion of this is incorporated separately from what the brick and mortar is. So make sure you understand that the proper business structure, get with your accountant and or attorney on that to make sure you're doing the one that's the best one for you. And I'll say this, one of the things that I personally would be looking at is, the idea of sole proprietorship. I know a lot of trainers will do this. That's going to leave you personally liable. One of the reasons that you do the corporation is to, protect yourself personally. So that'd be the one little thing you might, consider at first. And it's not hard to get these set up. Number 4, set your marketing strategy. Okay, these 5 things to consider before starting a new gym business. Set your marketing strategy. Most folks vastly underestimate this, okay? It's one of the single biggest things when we go into clubs that are struggling. More often than not, it's a failure to properly understand sales and marketing. There are really a lot of nice clubs out there. I mean, most of the ones that we come in contact with are really nice quality facilities, but where they really miss it is in the marketing. They're doing 1 or 2 things. They're not doing near enough. And we want to take what I would call a massive level of action to get the word out. And you want to write a plan of action for your marketing on how are you going to do that. Okay? Because essentially what you want is everywhere your customers turn, they see you. Because you have to be careful. If you're not doing very much, they're not seeing you, who are they going to see? They're going to see your competition. Okay, and so really set your marketing strategy. Of all the things that are kind of on that day-to-day, this is a big one. Okay, and even a lot of existing clubs, that I talk to, what's interesting is when they start to struggle and they start asking questions, and I'll ask them, well, how about this or how about this? Oh yeah, we used to do that. Oh yeah, we used to do that. And I call that being in retreat. If you ever find yourself saying you used to do it, you're in retreat. You're going the wrong direction. Okay, if you ever find yourself saying, well, I think our marketing strategy is pretty normal. Well, another great word for normal is average. And one of the things we know for sure, the world doesn't care too much about average. You have to take a massive level of action. Okay, for example, when's the last time you put out a press release? Very impactful, but great way to get known by the media. Okay, great way to have, additional, information in online search. Great way to be picked up by other newspapers and television stations and radio stations. So, set your marketing strategy. And then number 5 on our 5 things to consider, get expert help. Okay, whether it's what we do, what I do, we'd love to chat with you. If it's somebody else, if you've got attorneys and accountants and mentors that have helped you, get expert help. You want people that have been there, people that have done this. What you don't want to do, don't go on trial and error. Trial and error is very expensive, and it still may not work. Okay, and the other thing that happens if you don't get expert help, what I see is owners have a tendency to become isolated. And when you become isolated, either you're spending without knowing, which is going to be a waste, or now you kind of choke it off and don't spend it all. What we want to be able to do, folks that help you with this, we want to help you shorten the learning curve and maximize, bottom line profitability. Because what do you want? You want as much certainty as you can get here. Okay, you want as much certainty, you want as much knowledge and as much information as you can draw on to make the best decisions. Get expert help. Whether you're brand new, whether you've been in it for a while, whether you want to go to that next level. Find somebody you trust, that trusted partner, get help, and let's break some sales records. So folks, my name's Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. And if you've not yet done so, please subscribe. Please hit that like button. To learn more about me and my company, check out those links below. And again, check out the free, absolutely free email newsletter. Sign up for it today to receive additional information on how you can grow and develop your business. And we look forward to seeing you all in that next video.